Hello everyone and welcome to your finals week. I know some of you are very excited that this week is here because that means now you are one step closer to your externships. And I gotta be honest with you, finals week is actually one of the greatest weeks that we have because it really helps you know that you are that one step closer, whether it's to externship, whether it's to completing the program, getting out into your own careers, whatever it might be, but you're that one step closer and you've come to another end and you've made it, right? When you first start a program and they tell you, oh, you're going to have courses every 11 weeks, it seems a little daunting and you're like, how am I ever going to survive? But you've made it another 11 weeks and you have survived another 11 weeks. So first and foremost, awesome job. 11 weeks is hard, but it definitely did fly by this quarter. So as we head into your finals week this week, what I want to let you know is there is no new knowledge or no new content to discuss this week. It's just going to be a review of everything that we have talked about from weeks 1 to week 11. So with that being said, the only thing I want to talk about in this video is kind of your homework for the week. So with that being said, you do still have one discussion board this week. The discussion board is about patient compliance. And you've got a situation where this patient named Edith Dawson is coming into your clinic and she's experiencing some sight disturbances. She's got constant thirst and some fainting spells. So after the provider sees her, he has ordered a couple of tests. First one he ordered was a glucose tolerance test. And with that, you as the medical assistant, or in this case, they give the medical assistant a name. They state that she gives Miss Dawson a special diet that she is to follow for the next 3 days before she comes in and has her test. Now, in this scenario, the patient has returned, and as the MA asks her a couple of questions, she said, "Did you follow the diet?" And Miss Dawson says, "Yes." And then we ask again, "Did you have anything for breakfast this morning?" And the patient responds, "No, but I had a cup of coffee. I thought it was all right because I drank it black. I really can't start my day without coffee." And I gotta tell you, I can completely agree with this patient. I can't really focus and function without my caffeine in the morning either. But after you read through the scenario, what you need to do is answer 3 questions. First one is, should the medical assistant perform the test? You need to really explain your answer here. Second question, how can the medical assistant emphasize the importance of following the diet, fasting, and testing instructions? And question number 3, what can the medical assistant do to try to ensure Edith's cooperation? So, you're going to read through your scenario again, think about it, do some research if you need to, and then you're going to answer those 3 questions. Please remember that discussion boards, as always, are in APA format with references and in-text citations. You'll want to make sure that your initial discussion post is completed no later than Tuesday, September 12th by midnight. And you'll need to respond to at least one classmate no later than Friday, September 15th by midnight. Now that is a little bit different than what you are used to. Normally you do have until Saturdays, but because it is finals week, the course actually ends on Friday night. So you'll need to make sure that all of your final work is completed and handed in no later than Friday, September 15th by midnight. Also this week, you have your written final exam, and with that, it is a final exam that consists of 100 questions. They are either multiple choice or true-false questions, and it is a timed exam. So you have a timer set for 2 hours to take this exam. Okay? Now you do have 2 opportunities to complete this exam. Once you take your first attempt, if you do not complete it or pass it with a 73% or higher, it will automatically populate for you to complete the second attempt. Again, that will happen if you do not receive a 73% or higher. What I would suggest is when you're planning for your final exam and you're studying for your final exam, look back at all your old quizzes. Review those things. Look at the content of those quizzes and make sure that if you have any questions about ones that you got wrong, that you reach out either to myself or your lab instructor so we can go over what the correct answer is for you. Also, back in Module 9, I put up a review guide for the final exam. Hopefully you have printed that off and have been filling that in and reviewing that as well. Now, if you take your first attempt and you do not pass with a 73% or higher, like I said, that second attempt will open. But what I would suggest is taking a day off in between. Don't take your final exam, and if you don't do well, take the second one right away. That doesn't lead to good scores, and it doesn't lead to an increase in scores, okay? So if that does happen, kind of take a step back, look back over your quizzes again, look back over that study guide again, and then take your second attempt within a day. Okay? Give yourself 24 hours in between to really kind of restudy the material. And then once you take that second attempt, whatever you receive on the second attempt is what will stay in the grade book. But please remember, you have to have a 73% or higher to pass the course. That is on the final exam and in the overall class. Again, have to have a 73% or higher in the final exam and overall in the class. Alright guys, and the only other thing I have to say is please remember that all final work, so your discussion board, the initial, the reply, the final exam, if you are missing any work, all of that has to be completed and submitted before midnight on Friday, September 15th. Anything after that point will not be accepted. Alright, so that is all I have for you. First and foremost, let me say that it has been a pleasure to be your lecture instructor for the past 11 weeks. All of you have been awesome in the course and your work has been just fantastic. I wish you all the best of luck on your final exams. Not that I think any of you need it. I feel like you all are very well prepared for your finals, not only in my class, but I'm sure in all other classes as well. And I hope that you all have a wonderful 2-week break. Before you exit the course and you finish up with this course, please make sure that you take the end of the quarter survey. We here at Rasmussen really appreciate that. It gives us feedback to me as the instructor, but also for the overall course and the work that is in the course. So please just take a few minutes and fill out that survey for us as well. Have a wonderful finals week, and after you're all done with finals, enjoy your 2-week break, and we'll see you back in October. Bye guys.